What's going on, guys? Twisted here. So I've been doing some thinking here about what's really wrong with all this stuff now in trucking. The biggest thing is the drivers. That's the really big thing that's wrong with trucking nowadays. You know, everybody wants to constantly blame company and all that. Well, yeah, they got a big part of what is wrong with this nation of truckers out here. But at the end of the day, it falls back on us drivers as well. Well, like I said, a lot of the reasons things are bad in trucking is the drivers themselves. You guys are not taking any pride in your job. You're letting these companies push you around. And, you know, not all of us out here are letting them push us around. But there's been too many people who have let drivers be pushed around too much. And now everybody's dictating what a trucker can and can't do nowadays. And, you know, it's really bad. But this just the real main thing is just the level of smarts that some of these guys have out here nowadays. I mean, have these guys out here driving nowadays are just ignorant. I mean, they are. I mean, whether they're just stuck on stupid or they just don't know no better. I'm trying to figure that out. I can't figure out if they're just stuck on stupid or just don't know any better, or nobody's taught them any better. I mean, because you look at these companies, they're hurrying up, pushing these guys through, getting them out here. These guys don't know shit from Shinola. But, you know, these guys, they're out here and they're just making the rest of us look bad. And you know, the experienced drivers out here, it's a lot of it's your fault because you've let companies do this. And, you know, I can't say we don't have a whole lot of control over what companies do and what they dictate. But honestly, if drivers would just do a little better for themselves and try to do a good job instead of going into customers looking like an idiot, be willing to be a pushover every time dispatch hollers about this, that, and the other and wants you to do this and do that, and you just go ahead and do it for cheap wages. Well, guess what? Enough people out there doing stuff for cheap wages is making it rough on the rest of us out here who can't make a good living, because all you idiots that don't know any better are undercutting freight just because you think, oh, well, I got a little bit of freight, that's going to make it good. You know, scab freight is not good freight. It really isn't. And, you know, you guys want to keep running this cheap freight, you guys are going to put us all out. For crying out loud, these guys are making minimum wage here, almost making as much as what you're making out here, putting your life on the line driving this truck. Unfortunately. I mean, there's some good companies out here that still pay good for a good driver, and unfortunately I have been being employed by one of them companies. But there's a lot of drivers out there, my fellow brothers and sisters out here driving, who have not been that lucky or that fortunate to be with a company that actually will pay for an experienced driver. Driver knows something about what. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, you know, biggest part of the trucking industry today's problems are the drivers. You guys are boneheads. You guys are not paying attention. You guys are running over and killing people, so you're bringing more regulations down on top of us. And unfortunately, the guys who are the bad offenders in this right here, they're not getting caught in this stuff. It's always messing with the drivers who really have, you know, took time to do their stuff the way they should be. You know, they're constantly getting stopped. They're not getting tickets and things because they're doing their job and they're doing things, you know, making sure things are safe, making sure their equipment's good. But the only thing that's doing is taking money out of their pocket, because now, because of the idiots, it's got, you know, all these regulations because they're idiots and can't do a good pre-trip and, you know, making the rest of us look bad. It's taking time away from our day. Now we have these e-logs. Drivers can't make that up, you know, and they get stuck someplace behind the 8-ball and a customer that wants to take 2 or 3 hours to load you. Well, guess what? You know, you ain't got enough time to make any money for the day. You know, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, companies have got a lot to do with this because they know that they can just pretty much get people in here and promise them this and that, and get these guys that have no knowledge of how this works, get them out here and driving for 25 cents a mile or whatever the hell it is nowadays for these younger guys and girls that's coming out here being brainwashed that they're going to make so much money out here doing that, and they're not going to. And a lot of these people ain't got the common sense to not let that computer tell you you're tired. They'll keep driving because it says they got hours, so they'll drive themselves beyond their ability to control that said vehicle just to try to make a couple cents. It's not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. Just not. Man, I tell you, it's just, I sit here and look at these younger guys that's come right off a trailer truck, can't back up. Talked to one of them one day. He said trailer let him drive twice. What the hell's up with that? Let this man drive twice. Now he's out here running around with an 80,000-pound death machine with 2 times driving while he was in training. And now he's out here on his own, solo by himself. Ain't got a clue. Ain't got a clue, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't got a clue at all. He gonna get somebody killed. Man can't back up, couldn't decipher how much room he needed to make a turn, run over the curb, hit a big rock and every damn thing else. I mean, come on. If this is the level of drivers these companies are going to push out and stick out here, you see where I'm going with this. This is making the rest of us look bad. And some of you experienced drivers, I know you're getting to the point like I am, you just don't even care. You just shake your head at these guys and move on. But come on, man. If we all want to make any money out here doing what we're supposed to be doing, and the drivers who've got some experience and some common sense, because that's a key factor, because common sense ain't so common no more. But if you got some common sense, you ought to be making more money than these idiots that can't drive. You ought to be making more than them assholes flipping hamburgers over at McDonald's or White Castle, Burger King, all these other places like that. We need to be paid, but we're not going to get paid good wages when we got idiots in the mix. I don't know. Something's going to change, guys. Something's going to change, or we're all going to be replaced by a damn robotic truck. Or we're going to be replaced by somebody who should be flipping hamburgers because they ain't got no sense. Next time, guys, it's Twisted. Stay safe. Be good, fellas. Bye.